Tango and Crash and Bee's Knees. So Tango and Crash are Barry Wright, Julie Wright, husband and wife team, Tango and Crash. Bee's Knees is Barry Wright on the board and Natasha Wright on the horse. Okay, right. with 2 separate horses. So Tango and Crash have Grand Desire, which is a thoroughbred. I'm not sure if it's an X-Racer. It looks like an X-Racer, but it just doesn't look that motivated to be like a really fast horse. But Bee's Knees have got Dharma, who's very active in the horse riding, in the racing, quite a quick pony. These 2 teams, we have to say, you know, their greatest day was in Sandringham.
Yeah, we spoke about this quite a lot. Sandringham day 2, the Sunday afternoon heats.
Afternoon heat, yeah.
The top 4 teams battling out, changing leads over every run, and Bee's Knees ended up taking the win.
Yeah.
But absolutely fantastic day's racing. The key thing to take out of the Sandringham win was not because they beat some good teams that day.
Exactly, and they had to fight. You know, it wasn't a given. It was nobody knew who was going to win. And I remember we were first place to 1,000th of a second, a joint first place to 1,000th of a second at one point. The lead changed hands 4 times in 5 races. It was just unbelievable, unbelievable racing, an unbelievable day. And then so to come out on top, it was earned, and it actually got to the point where it was whoever races last, because everybody was beating their previous time. So it actually got to the point where I was thinking, whoever races last is going to win it. You know, we're just going to run out of races and if we kept going for another 10 races, they keep on cutting it down. So you know, they could be challenging you, both of these teams.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They've definitely got the experience of competing in that sort of.
Okay, so let's talk about comparing teams now. So you talk, a team is made up of 3 elements. It's the horse rider, and the board rider. And you can kind of compare how these stats against each other. So in terms of, you and Barry, Barry's got more boarding experience than you have.
Yeah.
And we've seen him take some real big knocks.
Yeah. But I could defend myself here. And, I've been, doing a lot of snowboarding over the winter, gone away on holiday. Hopefully that'll be able to put it down into the mountain board side as well. And I'm going to be working behind Pocket Rocket and behind, obviously, Barkley as well, to help improve my sort of technique.
But yeah, you improved massively over just those 3 competitions. But even at Bowwood, you were still a bit drunken spider. You were getting your speed up, and it was looking good. Looking at now, you look comfortable on the board now. So, so we don't know really. You're untested. Let's say you're untested. You've done the training. It's hard to pass you off against each other. Okay, so horse-wise, you've got Dharma. I think. From my opinion, I think Dharma's faster than yours.
Well, I think...
even though yours is an next racehorse.
Yeah, I don't think you can discount the thoroughbred sort of side of it. I think that in a straight line, yes, Barkley would win. Round a course is unproven because Dharma is quick and Barkley had his problems. And at the end of the day, at Tame, we finished 2nd after the morning runs. We watched some videos back. We were... but we just struggled with the weave, and there's no weave in the intermediate. So without the weave, I'm confident.
You will, but you of course will face the weave when you get into the elite.
But yeah, we would have built Barks up by then.
He'll be ready for it, is what you're saying.
And the thing is, he can do the weave. But
now there's 2 points here. I think Barkley and Dharma have never raced each other.
No.
So we've never seen them in a competition. Actually, we can't really say. It's only from what we're looking at. Now, when Bee's Knees won in Sandringham, they beat Board Senseless.
Yeah,
Board Senseless went up into, we keep talking about Board Senseless, but they went up into the elite category with Bee's Knees and Tango, I believe. And Tango and Crash at Sandringham for the final event.
Bowwood.
At Bowwood for the final event. Bee's Knees and Tango didn't manage to score any points at that round. They were too far down the table, they were out of the points category. But Board Senseless came 3rd. Now, So bored senseless, was that because bored senseless prefer a bigger course, or was that because the pressure of the big arena affected their teams?
Yeah, I think the bigger course did help board senseless, but board senseless had Richard T at Bowwood, which helped massively. I can't stress how much.
Right, your team now, limited edition, and so Katie and Natasha. Natasha's got more experience.
Yeah.
But I would say, I think sometimes Natasha will feel the event, and I think and the enormity of the event. Whereas I think if she focuses on her race, and I think that's what she did at Sandringham.
Yeah.
I think she blanked everything else out, and she just ran her races. She focused on her turns, on how she was going to get her horse going, on everything. She zoned in on it, and I think when she zones in on it, nothing else can affect her. But like we say, sometimes she gets a little bit stressed out with it.
Look at Bowwood. How many times did we try getting bees knees out of the pitch? You know, would that affect them next year?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the hooking up Dharma, it does get excited in the hooking up, which is quite normal for the horses to get excited as they hook up. But it's how you cope with it, it's how you're able to do it. But the problem is, of course, Barry as well was carrying a bad leg last year. So he injured his leg in the mid-season, swelled up like a football, massive amounts of bruising, kept racing all year, and you know, every time he didn't get it out of the pits, he landed again on that leg. You know, so that probably makes you feel a little bit less likely to hold on to it the next time it tries to run you out of the pits.
And as well as how many times last year were those two, Bees Knees and Tango and Crash, fighting each other?
Yeah.
Will that delay each other's progress getting into the elite? Because
you think maybe they need to be a bit more tactical, make sure one team drops in behind the other, get the one team
or
up.
something. Yeah, because if
one
wins and one comes second, then it switches. You know.
Yeah, exactly. They go through.
They could make it being 6 competitions rather than 3.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and I don't think anyone would see I don't think anyone would feel bad about that if they did race tactically, something like you see it in Formula 1 or whatever, you know, where they did, because you kind of see that in the elite with Dead Pigeons and Mad Actors,
exactly.
because really Dead Pigeons, Mad Actors is there to support the Dead Pigeons and to keep the Dead Pigeons 2 points ahead at every competition, so that by the time we get towards the end of the season, no one can catch them anyway, you know, even if we could beat them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think anyone would feel bad about that, and I think that's a really good, an interesting point.
So overall, in the intermediate, how do you think it's going to end up?
I wouldn't like to say exactly. I could be Tango and Crash or limited edition.
But you said 2 there. I said 1.
Yeah, no, I can't say an individual. It's not. I can't say, because also I don't know what Sudden Impact are going to do. Probably you don't reckon they're going to do it. So yeah, I would say Tango and Crash.
You think they're going to do half of the season?
Bees Knees, Bees Knees, or limited edition. I think the fight is going to be between you 3. Only because Halter Ego at this point are saying that they're not going to race all the season.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are planning on it. So, you know, if you get out every weekend, that's where the fight's going to be. So that's the intermediate, and we're looking forward to come and see us at Living Heritage Game and Country Fairs. The first event is in Suffolk, Henham Park, on the 12th and 13th of March. Only a couple of weeks away now, and you know, follow us through the season as we take you on the journey that is the National Horseboarding Championships.